guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about providing behavioral supports for students. Now, the idea behind behavioral supports is that when students have challenging or abnormal behavior, we support their emotional state rather than punishing them for it. We've all seen the classic teacher response to a student having challenging behavior. If a student talks a lot in class, this teacher will say, "You need to be quiet immediately," rather than finding out why they want to talk so much, or giving them more opportunities to speak. On page 137 of your educator's handbook, you can find different behavioral supports. So now you're probably saying, but shouldn't we punish students for bad behavior? I mean, they're probably just doing it to get attention. That's actually not true. All behavior is communication. Good behavior communicates that the student is happy and functioning well. Bad behavior communicates that there's a problem. And it's our job as educators to figure out what that problem is that correspond with students' challenging behaviors. There are a lot of different ways to provide positive behavioral support, and I'm going to go over a few of them now. The first is to be proactive. So if you know you have a student who gets very upset by loud noise, have a plan set up for when there are things like fire drills and other kinds of evacuation drills, or other times when you know there's going to be a lot of loud noise. Or if you have a student who feels more secure when their day is planned out, as opposed to when it's more free-form, be sure to provide that student with an agenda so that they know what's going to be happening throughout the day. This can help prevent behavior before it even becomes an issue. Next is to build a relationship with the student. Now, I'm not saying get together on weekends and become best friends or anything crazy like that. That'd be kind of weird. But ask how their day is. Ask what movies they went to see this weekend. When a student feels comfortable in your classroom, when they feel like they can relate to you and you're a person and not just this machine forcing them to do things that they might not particularly want to do, they're more likely to have positive behavior. They'll be able to tell that you care about them, and that can change the entire way that they feel and perceive about a classroom setting. Next is make sure to build lesson plans around the students and not the other way around. You can't fit a circle peg into a square hole. It just can't happen. So if you know that you have a lot of students who have a more logical mindset, you're going to want to plan your lessons and your assignments to a more logical, mathematical mind. At the same time, if you know you have students who are more creative, then you're going to want to plan your math lessons into a more creative way. For example, if you're trying to teach a new math concept, make a story out of it. Turn the numbers into characters. Make them relatable. Next is to provide the kids with choices in how they learn. For example, in body positioning. If the kids learn better sitting in a chair that moves, let them sit in a rocking chair during reading time. And if they learn better laying on their stomachs, let them lay on their stomachs and do their math work. When students feel like they have choices in their education, they feel more in control, and they feel safer in that environment. And thus, they're more likely to behave in a positive manner. Next is happiness and building relationships. It is so important to teach kids social skills, and so often in a public education setting, we get so caught up in teaching them arithmetic and reading and writing that area kind of falls short. In order to create a well-rounded person, it's important that we allow children to build relationships in the classroom community that we create. And this sense of community and safety is going to cause kids to be happier. And because, as we mentioned, challenging behavior results from issues with the student's emotional state. If the student's happy, they're not going to have those challenging behaviors.